December 1st, 1948. Just a few miles southwest of Adelaide, a man lies motionless on the sand. He's dressed in a sharp suit. His shoes are polished. A half-smoked cigarette rests on his collar. His expression is calm. There's no ID, no wallet. Every label on his clothes has been carefully, surgically removed. He carries nothing to say who he was or why he was there. Investigators are baffled. No wounds, no struggle, just a man who, officially, does not exist. An autopsy will only deepen the puzzle. And in a secret pocket, they find one impossible clue. A tiny scrap of paper with 2 cryptic words, torn from a centuries-old book of Persian poetry. Tamám Shud. It means, it is ended. The death of the Somerton Man was, for a moment, a simple local mystery, a body with no name. But the puzzle was just beginning. With no identifying information or immediate clues, the police were at a dead end. So, they turned to the public for help, and a public appeal was made, hoping for any information that might help the investigation. Days passed, and then a breakthrough. A brown suitcase, located at the Adelaide train station, had been checked in the day before the body was found. Inside, police discovered more clothing with its labels meticulously removed. The same brand of thread was even found in the suitcase, matching the repairs on the man's suit. He was wearing the clothes from this case, but it offered no name, just more questions. The real change came during a final, exhaustive examination of the body. A pathologist, meticulously inspecting every inch of the man's clothing, discovered a small, secret fob pocket stitched to the inside of his trousers, and within it, rolled up into a tiny cylinder, was a slip of paper. The paper was torn from a book and contained just 2 words, Tamám Shud. The phrase means finished or ended. Investigators traced it to the final page of a 12th century collection of Persian poetry, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. With the phrase identified, but the source book still missing, a second public appeal was made. And it worked. The book was found. On its back cover, written in an elegant hand, were 2 new, vital pieces of information: a phone number and a code, a series of letters seemingly random. This was the true face of the mystery, a hidden message, an anonymous man, and a seemingly unbreakable cipher. The Tamám Shud case had a name, but it had no explanation. The discovery of the phone number in the book led police to a new person of interest, a woman living in Glenelg near the beach. Her name was Jessica Thompson. When police showed Jessica Thompson the plaster bust, she visibly shook and nearly fainted. She denied knowing him, but her startling reaction and subsequent inconsistent stories told detectives otherwise. As detectives struggled with the conflicting information, a different theory began to emerge, one that went beyond a simple death. This was 1948. The world was gripped by the Cold War. Adelaide, with its close proximity to a secret rocket range, was a potential hub for intelligence. Investigators theorized the Somerton Man was a spy. The suspected poisoning, the removal of all identifying information, and a mysterious uncracked code were the hallmarks of a covert operation gone wrong. But the story was about to get even more complex. The same detectives who found Jessica Thompson's phone number also learned of another connection to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. A copy of the book, with a poem written inside it, belonged to a man named Alf Boxall. Boxall was not just a stranger. He was a former colleague of Jessica Thompson from her time as a nurse during the war. He had given her a copy of the very same book as a gift. This single fact exploded the simple spy theory, suggesting the investigation was no longer just about a dead body, but about a tangled web of relationships, betrayal, and heartbreak. While the phone number provided a lead, the code remained a profound mystery. Despite their best efforts, investigators had no success in deciphering it. It was a piece of the puzzle they could not solve, leaving them to wonder if it was the key to a conspiracy or a final cryptic farewell. For decades, the Somerton Man case remained frozen in time. The clues sat in a police file, a testament to a mystery that a past generation of detectives simply could not solve. But with the turn of the century came a new hope. The old tools of the past were replaced by the power of modern science. In the early 2000s, Professor Derek Abbott of the University of Adelaide and a team of researchers took up the case. Their goal was to use a new forensic tool, genetic genealogy, to finally give the man a name. This was a process that could piece together a family tree from fragments of DNA. Their breakthrough came after the man's body was exhumed. The genetic material, preserved for over 70 years, was subjected to analysis. The search was a long and painstaking process, but a crucial DNA link was finally found. A man had been identified. The man on the beach, it was believed, was named Carl Charles Webb. Webb was an electrical engineer and a man with ties to Melbourne. But the name of the man did not solve the mystery of his death. It only deepened it. The question of how and why he ended up on that beach still remains. His connection to Jessica Thompson, the meaning of the code, and the suspicion of a fast-acting poison are all still unsolved. For over 70 years, the Tamám Shud case haunted Adelaide, a mystery defined by a man with no name. We may now know his name, but his secrets, the cryptic code, the reason he died, and the farewell note, remain forever etched into the sands of Somerton Beach.